Look, 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 look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Well, Jared, you say dozens of kids on YouTube have sent balloons up to space with GoPro and tracker, all on YouTube. Earth is not flat, I'm afraid. You say they sent them to space, right? That's 62 miles. Balloons into space. I did some research for you, though I already knew the answer. How high is the highest altitude balloons go? It's 173,000 feet, Jared. That doesn't quite equate to 62 miles. Now, obviously, Jared, your statement has a lot of inconsistencies with it, and I haven't even gotten to the GoPro thing. But let me give you the benefit of the doubt. Say maybe you just didn't know how high space really was, or maybe you didn't know how high these balloons really go because of your lack of research. Let me help you out. So obviously we already know that space starts at 62 miles, so balloons aren't going to 62 miles. So unless you thought that the balloons were going 62 miles, or maybe you just didn't know where space started. And obviously here, balloons go to 173,000 feet maximum, which most amateur ballooners, you know, you're talking about dozens of kids, that's going to go around 100 to 120,000 feet. Let's go ahead and talk about the GoPro. Jared, did you not know that GoPros come with a renowned fisheye effect? Did you not know that? The pictures or videos appear curved, and the middle unnecessarily oversized. So if they're using GoPros up there on these balloons, it's probably making them appear curved, and the middle unnecessarily oversized. So maybe do a little bit more research, okay? I know you got it in you. I believe in you. A lot of us were there, okay? We said a lot of ignorant things without actually going and looking into it, but once you start looking into it, you come across things like this. Well, I hope that helped you, Jared. As always, stay flat, my buds.
It's real. The sun and the moon is real.
Okay.
But outer space is not.
Yeah, because there's no such thing as outer space.
No, and that's the whole thing that got you tricked and why you think the other planets and stuff. The planets are wandering stars that you think about.
So you think all that, like them going to Mars stuff is all...
How they going to the Mars? Why they don't put the same rover on the moon so we can watch the Earth spin right now? How they gonna go to Mars?
They're talking about building a society on Mars, right?
Yeah, why they doing that? Why they ain't got the same thing on the moon right now?
Yeah.
How they go so stupid and we believe it?
It's just, it's so ingrained, you know? Because your parents were taught that, their parents were taught that. So if you go against...
No, our grandparents wasn't taught that.
Your great-granddaddy thought the Earth was flat?
Our grandparents and our great-grandparents was taught that the Earth was flat. Before 1968.
I don't think so.
Look up, find an encyclopedia before 1968.
Dude,
I know when I first came across the flat Earth stuff, I didn't believe it and stuff, and I was trying to debunk it and everything. The thing that threw me off was they were talking about how fast the Earth spins at 666, everything's 666 and stuff like that, and making it sound like so evil. And that's the thing that threw me off. I'm like, you know, it's too much of a conspiracy. Like, I know people can be smart and stuff and can be evil. I know how evil this world is because I'm a very spiritual person.
Yeah.
And I know the true meaning. I know the true reason why they're lying. I do. But that stuff that's what threw me off about the whole flat Earth, and I didn't believe it. The only way I believed it, I came across the...
Check this out. When you invert King Charles's latest portrait, you see who these people really are. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand the game. Prince Andrew's ties with Epstein, Jimmy Savile's ties with the royal family. It's not a coincidence. And you can do the same inversion exercise with most of our institutions. If you invert what they claim to represent, you will usually get closer to the truth. For example, Big Pharma inverts health. Mainstream media inverts information.
We do have a safe and effective vaccine.
Democrats inverts democracy. And when we finally see it, we cannot unsee it. We just have to realize that we have the power to call it out and to disengage with it. And that's the day that real positive change is going to start happening in our society.
The vaccines are safe. I promise you, they are safe and effective. Listen to Dr. Fauci.
You do not know what you are talking about.
Accepting this deception requires a lot of faith. Wake up from the lie. This entire thing that we're seeing right here, with this big curve, is literally inside of this circle. Okay? This is just a fisheye lens, a high-altitude balloon or airplane. The whole thing is this, right? Where's the rest of the Earth? Right? That makes no sense whatsoever. 2012 picture, right? So I drew a circle here showing you what we're seeing on their landmass. You have to believe that all of this landmass is on the other side. Now again, this is where your brain goes, I can't process that. You can't process it because it's unprocessable. You're shown a lie this big. Some people's egos, some people just can't handle it. They're like, my whole lie can't be alive. That because when you unwind the flat earth deception, it's some, I don't want to say scary. It's some crazy deception. It is such a big deception. It's kind of upsetting. But once you get through that, right? Here's the river right here. Here's the river, right? All of this is on the other side of that ball. Okay? Thank you for laughing, because most people are like, I can't think about it. It's too hard. Okay?
It's ridiculous, really.
Right. This is
Do you believe the Earth is flat?
I know the Earth is flat.
Seriously?
Astrology and flat Earth or true Earth are symbiotic. You cannot have one without the other. If you have a ball and you are spinning, flying through space, chasing this fireball, your constellations would change every now and then. And our constellations have never changed. The stars have never changed. We have the same 12 zodiac signs that we had back in the Dendera stones in Egypt over 5,000 years ago. We're not moving. Every single ancient society knew this. The Mayans, the Aztecs, the Hindus, the Egyptians, every single ancient culture knew that we live in a geocentric universe, not a heliocentric, where we are spinning, chasing this ball of fire while all of these other planets are rotating around us, while all of these other stars are rotating around us. If that was the case, Polaris would move, number one, which is the North Star, and it doesn't. Number two, all of the constellations would not rotate solely around Polaris, but they do. Therefore, we are the center of the universe. Believing in the Big Bang Theory is something that is very common today, where people think, we're the product of an accident and that, we don't have a creator. We're just here to consume and live our best life and not live up to our potential. But if you're the center of the universe, that means that you're very special. That means that you have a creator who is very conscious and cares about you. And when you see yourself as being watched by these heavenly bodies above you 24/7, you start to take your life a little bit more seriously.
A million miles away? I think not. I saw the setup occurring in the cloud patterns from where I was, knowing that tonight would be very likely spectacular to illustrate the placement of the sun in the clouds. And that's also what I'm highlighting here. The position of the sun vanishing from this perspective or setting is considerably more west. It was way over there just even a month ago. Now it's right over here. Take a close look at that cloud that the sun is nestled in the midst of. What do you make of that? The reason why I do this and the reason this is important is simply because of the mass satanic mind control programming that's inundating the population of the world. And I'm one of the individuals that will help you to see this world in a different perspective. That's why I do.
Check this out, you guys. This is apparently a trip to the first ice rink. It gets a lot more interesting because they have to take a helicopter in order to reach their destination. Now check this video out and let me know what you guys think. All right, just check it out.